Okay, let's talk foam rolling here. So for those of you who aren't as familiar with foam rolling or soft tissue work, basically what we're doing is we're self-massaging the body. We're trying to loosen up those joints with something like this. This is our foam roller. They don't cost very much. It would be $8 or $10 for something this size on Amazon. But if you don't have one of these at home, lacrosse ball is really good, or maybe like a hard ball, a soft ball, and we've got a golf ball here that I personally like to use for my feet. So basically what we're doing here is I like to use the analogy of Play-Doh. So when you work out or when you're doing exercise or anything like that, you're tearing the muscle. And so think about it like Play-Doh. When you play with Play-Doh, you're rolling it out, you're flattening it out, and if you keep doing that, what's going to happen to Play-Doh, right? When you keep rolling it out and stretching it, it's going to tear. So what we're doing here with foam rolling is the next day after you've worked out or whatever, your body's like Play-Doh, it's all stretched out, whatnot, and if you keep doing it, then you're going to tear muscles. So what we're doing with foam rolling is we're actually bringing back that Play-Doh together so that we can use it again and play with it again. So we're trying to put it all back together in a ball, and then we can stretch it out and play with it again. So if that makes sense to you. So let's just get started here. So we'll take our foam roller, and we'll typically like to start from toe to head and work our way back down. So what we're doing here is with our calf here, we'll start with our calf. And if you want to put a little bit more pressure, you can put that leg on over top like that. And then you're just rolling from ankle to about the bend of your knee. So we're getting that lower part of your body. Now, if you're tight in certain spots, then you can sit in that spot. Like there's no right or wrong way here. You don't want to be going up and down without feeling anything. What we really want to do is just find those tight spots, and if you're really tight in a certain area, then maybe just sit there and kind of work it in, work it through. So I'm a little tight there, so I might just sit there for a second and let it feel a little bit better. We don't have to spend a lot of time, 20-30 seconds per body part, so we do each side. Try the other leg here, and again, just loosening up the muscles in that calf. If I want to put more pressure, I can put that leg over top to get a little bit more pressure. Okay? Then we would work our way up to the hamstring. Same thing. Rolling, finding those tight spots. Now you got to remember, there's three sides to a hamstring. We got the middle portion, we got a left side and a right side, so we just kind of want to find that. So right here I'm kind of more on the other side, and then if I just adjust my leg like this, I'm kind of more in the middle of that hamstring, and then I can go in here like this. I just slightly turn a little bit, and then I'm getting more on the inside of my hamstring. So there's three sides to a hamstring. Important for you guys to remember that. So again, get the other side here. Looking on the inside of that hamstring, at the middle part, and then I might get the outside here like this. And again, if you need to spend a little bit more time in certain areas, that's perfectly all right. If you're feeling pretty loose, then you can move on. So that's where we are with that. Now, once we want to get up to our hip rotators and our glutes, we sit here like this. I'll turn this way maybe so you can see me. So, I'll put my foot on my knee here like this. So if I've got my left foot on my right knee, I'm going to lean towards my left side, so I'm getting more in those hip rotators and into that glute, that butt muscle. And I'm just working in there, that roller. Typically for me personally, this is where I'm a little bit tighter.
get in there like that. Other side here. And so now after we've done our glutes here, we might kind of just flip around and get into that quad area, and then also what we call our adductors. So that's the inside, sorry, can't see here. That's the inside part of our leg here. So we want to get the top part of our thigh and the inside here. So we just get up in the air like so. Again, finding those spots. I can get on the inside of my leg here, like that. Getting those adductors. And again, just trying to find those spots, not spending a lot of time, just trying to loosen up the areas, especially if you've done a leg workout, that stuff. We want to loosen up the lower body like that. Then we would make our way to the upper back. Now to the middle part, middle upper back here. So we never really want to get the low back. So try not to avoid, or let's make sure we're avoiding the low back. So for the low back, then I'm going to be rounded over that roller, and that's not really good for our spine. We don't want to round over top that. So I want to get more to the middle portion. Start that roller at the middle part of my back, and I'm going to go from the middle to the upper half. So get here like this in the middle half, and I'm going to hug myself. So love myself, hug myself here like this, and I'm going to work up from the middle part to the upper half of my back. And you'll probably feel some cracks as you do that. Now again, I don't want to start going down to the low part. I want to stay middle, upper, just doing that, like so. Okay, now we want to get our posterior shoulders, so like the back half of our shoulders and our lats. Our lats are big muscles. So these are the muscles we use for like pulling and stuff like that. So we want to get here, and we want to lean this way and work that lat and that posterior shoulder. And I'm just leaning back, so I'm not over here like this. I'm going to lean back. My chest is kind of more towards the ceiling. So I'm getting that part, the back of my shoulder and lat there, underneath the armpit basically, right? And that's be a tight spot for a lot of people. Okay, obviously want to do both sides. And then we can take our golf ball. If you have any problems with your feet, this is a great little tool. You do this while watching TV, anything, just sitting there and just loosening up parts of the feet. It feels great. Golf ball works really, really well. Okay. You can just roll. You don't need a golf ball. Again, same thing. You can use a little cross ball or hard ball. Right. Cross ball sometimes might be better. It's less slippery. And just roll out any of those spots, loosening up those muscles. So that's soft tissue work, foam rolling. Okay.